Hi, my name is Elizabeth Vieira, and this is my term project. So my term project is a very simple digit recognizer. How it works is you upload your image, and when you upload your image, it will give you an image processing scene because it takes a little bit for it to parse, usually 15-20 seconds, and then you hit tag your image, and that's where you tag everything just by pressing things on the keyboard. It's pretty straightforward. If you do happen to run into something like this star here that isn't a digit, you hit delete. Then you continue on, and it allows you to upload a file, and it will parse it. So this does take usually about 2 minutes, and so I would sort of caution you against using ridiculously large sets of data because it is what's going to make that go a little bit longer. But here's a bit about how it's doing what it's doing. So you have your digit that you want to parse, and you make a grid. The grids we're using are 32 by 32, and it assigns it a binary like yes, no, is there writing in this grid on this square. You can see that this might look a little bit like an 8, which is why we're using a 32 by 32, and that helps differentiate it quite a bit, and that's a little bit of why it's a little slow. But then it creates a vector out of those yes, no's, assigning no's, zeros, and ones. Now we're going to feed this vector into something called PCA, which is Principal Component Analysis. This was written from the ground up, including functions that find eigenvalues and eigenvectors, but first we find the arithmetic mean. We subtract the arithmetic mean from every individual vector, and we get a data set that is normalized around 0. From there, we find the covariance matrix. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, you can just ask. It requires some linear algebra, and we find eigenvectors and values from that. So we use our eigenvectors to form a basis, and a basis basically means that we can take an arbitrary new number and tell you what parts eigenvector 0 it is, what parts eigenvector 1 is, and this is a representative data set. So we take our new data, we do exactly that, and it is able to make a prediction based off of what other data is already seen, what number is closest to, and that's the result of outputs. Thanks!